am just in the mood to collage. I have been really in a collage kick lately. I've recently purchased a few extra books from the thrift store and I just want to do something. I don't have any plans. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what pieces I want to use. I have no clue where this video is going to go, but we are going to find that out together. So I guess first thing I want to do is look through some of these magazines. I don't know, there was something, the reason I bought this one was for a specific image, and it is this. I love these chairs. I want to use them somehow. I don't have any plans, I don't have any ideas on how, but I would like to sit some kind of subject matter on the seat and then put the chair in some kind of cool atmosphere. But these are kind of cool too. I haven't looked through this magazine very carefully. I just kind of browsed through it. I saw that one picture. I was like, yep, this is worth $1.29 or whatever it was. So that is why I picked this one out. I don't have many pianos, if any at all, so that could come in handy at some point. Oh, that brush could come in real handy. Another thing that I wanted to do to just kind of start the show off here is these images are really cool. She's cute. That's pretty. So this one is has a lot of this. It's like almost craft paper. Not quite newsprint, but anyway, it's not. I don't think I would collage with it unless it was unless I was doing more of a ripped collage. But for these surreal collages that I like to do, I don't think I would use that kind of paper. But there is a section in the middle of this magazine that is magazine paper. It's kind of an interesting way to have a magazine. So I just wanted to take a quick browse. I always rip these out and toss them away if they don't have anything cool on them. And yes, I do recycle everything that I don't use. But those little inserts, they really bulk up the magazine, and if they're not serving a purpose, then I don't want them in there. She's kind of interesting. I'm not sure how I could work with her. I could give her a different head maybe, or have her looking at something. I'm not sure. Not super inspired by her, but I'd really love to be able to find some old magazines that have a lot of advertisements in them, because from what I can see on other people's collaging journeys, there are some really great images that come out of vintage ads. So I would really like to be able to find something like that, but like this one doesn't have a lot of ads. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And I don't really have much material from like the 30s or 40s. That would be really interesting to kind of mix it up a little. But, okay. So we kind of browsed through those. Okay, so for the last little while, I have just been, when I go through any of my magazines or any of my stashes, or while I'm collaging, if I pull something out and then I don't end up using it, I need to put it away. But because I'm lazy sometimes, I don't put it away right away, and I just put it in this tray. So this tray is like everything. It's not organized, which is something I really need to do. So I'm gonna organize a little bit. And as I organize, I think I'm going to sift through and find stuff that inspires me. So I think I might put this in my lap and then start to pile up different things so that I can put stuff away. And then, yeah, I'll come back and we can discuss what I was inspired by and where we're gonna take this collage. I just wanted to say this is really interesting because this was from, I think it was the 70s, yeah, 1978 magazine. And it's advertising this Tudor watch, and it's saying celebrate the year 2000 with a good watch. And down here it says that this watch is likely to last even until the year 2000, or even a lifetime. So I just think that's funny that we're now 23 years past this. And I wonder how many of these watches are still working. Okay, so these are the pieces that kind of have been ones that I've been wanting to do something with. This one, sometimes I do, like this one is a 2-piece already that I put on this wolf head on this man. Sometimes I see part of the image and so I put it together but it's not completed, so then I'll just save it. Yeah, like I really like all of these really interesting, I sort of cut that one out in an interesting way. I like this one. So these are all images that I really like. They really speak to me. I want to cut this girl out and have her, if you can imagine, kind of floating but touching something, maybe like the surface of water, the surface of a planet or something. I just think this is such a beautiful image. I don't know what to do with it, but I love it so much, so I want to figure something out. So that's how it is for most of these images, is I just really love them and I want to do something with them, but I'm not sure what. I actually forgot about this image, which is sad because I love it. I love this astronaut just in the living room. Super funny. That's sort of a surreal collage right there. This one I really, I've already cut it out, as you can see. So one of my thoughts when I had cut it out was to put like a galaxy background on there. I would cut away, like obviously this advertisement. It would probably just be the window and the curtains. But again, that's all I have. I don't really want to replace the pies because they are already something that's unusual. So I'm a little stunted with that idea, but I do like it. Okay, so this octopus, I love this octopus. Let me show you. I love this guy so much. I think the black and white, the illustration style, it's all fantastic. I just have to finish cutting the rest of it out. And I really want to do this octopus justice, so I really have to find something very, very cool for him to go on to. And even having said that, I found this octopus that is also very cool. So yeah, I like octopus vibes in collaging. So this girl, I really, really like her mood. This one, I had this chair in mind and I wrote here to put a fancy lady on the chair in an ugly environment. I was even thinking, oh, well, what about this fancy lady? She's very different scale from the chair, which is great to consider when doing collage. So I could put her in here, floating on a planet or something. I don't know. I got some ideas, but nothing that's fully fleshed out. So that's why I'm chatting with you guys about it. Here's another fancy lady, but I really enjoy this chair and these suitcases, so I was kind of hoping to cut her out with the chair, and then I'm not sure where to put her. I had written on here, lady sitting on a planet in space. So, I mean, it all depends. Like if I found the perfect environment that I wanted to cut her out of this chair, I would do it. Maybe just keep the chair, or keep the girl and the suitcases. That could work. I really like this house. Not really sure where to go with anything otherwise. And then this one, I would cut out, I think I would cut out the front 5 people and this carriage, and then have something unusual coming out of this baby carriage, and then have them in an unusual environment. I think that could speak really interesting because they all have like almost, well, he is happy for some reason, but the rest of them seem a little distraught and not pleased. So yeah, kind of interesting. We will see. I mean, I could always, you know, because these two people aren't touching, I could always cut him out, use him separately, and then just have these 4 people because they all have like similar facial expressions. That could always be something as well. But so this is what I have. Again, no clear vision at this point. So maybe I'll show you this as well. I was working on this the other day because I really liked this couple in a bathtub. So I was like, okay, what if I put them in this beverage and then put this beverage in some kind of weird scene? Alternatively, I could just put them in any liquid. I could put them in a bowl of cereal I had thought of. Yeah, they could go anywhere, but this one has a lot of movement, and I believe this was an alcoholic beverage, so it kind of has a vibe, you know. But that's as far as my thought process had gone with this one. So I am going to have to keep these pieces in mind, and I'm gonna start looking through some of my books to see if we can start pairing some things together. I'm gonna maybe focus on this one because I do really like this one. So if I cut out the people, I need to find something to put in the carriage. I had at one point, I believe, I had considered putting him in there. But I didn't love the idea. For some reason, I couldn't figure out a way to like make it read well. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I think I do want to find something to go in here though. Let's look. I have these 2 bundles as well. This is things and this is extra random stuff. Maybe I don't want things because I would kind of like it to be something that's alive, right? I don't just want, you know, a ring sticking out. I don't really know what that says. I think it should be something alive. So, but I will have a peek through this extras stash just to see if there's anything in here that will make everything come together. This is gonna take me a hot minute, but I really would like to see some kind of alien. Like, I don't know if I want it to be an animal. I don't want it to just be a regular human. An alien, robot, monster, something of that kind. So I'm going to look through my people images because sometimes I do put like robots in with the people. What if we had a hand coming out of there? Yes. Oh, I like this. Okay. Okay. A hand. Wonder if we have we seen any hands so far holding something? Okay, I'm seeing something here. I want to explore this. So we are gonna put a pin in all of this. Maybe I will go a little closer. I don't go very close with these scissors because they are, well, they're just cheap scissors. They aren't made for delicate cutting. So they don't get into tiny spaces very well. But they do help for when you do the detail cutting to have only a little bit of scrap to work with. So it does help in that way. Take my good blade and I will slice into this buggy. Because I think one of the elements of a collage or one that reads well is having your pieces really integrate with each other, not just having them like layered on top of each other. So I was thinking, and then if I do this, it would be really interesting because I can keep both of the ladies in frame. So I'm liking that. And then here I was thinking to have them on like a piece of earth. I'm sure I have lots of images where it's just a portion of the earth. So I'd have them standing on it, and then a galaxy background, and then maybe another planet where this arm is coming out of. I think that could be an interesting concept. So what I've got is this piece of earth. I know technically I think this is supposed to be a rendition of the moon, I think. But regardless, it just looks like the desert or something. So I was thinking of having them here. Stick the hand in about there. Here are some of the scenes. I was like, okay, well maybe like a moon image. We have this kind of background, but I think that's too busy for what we're doing. So another option I had was to put them on this, which is kind of what I had originally envisioned. So that's more of the original concept, I guess. And I do wonder if once they're cut out, if they're gonna blend in too much with this base. So we'll keep this around. I also have these rings. I could just cut it out from here because it's cut off here and there's text. But otherwise, I could do that, have the robot coming out of these rings, which would be actually pretty cool, I think. So I like that over the moon. I had this just for a background, but it's not going to be big enough. What did we have? Oh yeah, then I had thought of making Saturn the alien planet. Is this Saturn? It is, yes. And while that does work and the colors do play off each other, I'm really liking this idea. And this I also had for the background. I like this background, but there's so much disrupting it that I don't really have that much real estate of it. So, okay, so I'm gonna cut this out just so we know what it looks like. Okay, I do like that quite a bit. Now, I have some more space books, so why don't we see if we can find a background. And I don't think, unless it's a full page, this book won't have a lot of options for us. And it will probably give us a bit more space to work with. So, do I want to use the side that is not the shooting stars, just the trail? We'll come back once I've got it all cut. One thing I wanted to mention was with these fine cutting, like around these wheels, I used both the blade and the fine scissors, and sometimes it'll like, just the nature of paper being cut will like show up a bit white on the edge, you know? And especially when your piece, either the piece itself or the background is a dark color, you want to take like some kind of, maybe a marker or something, and just like kind of lightly go around the edge just to make sure that you reduce as much of that white paper look as you can. So that's what I did here. Now, part of my process when I am assembling my pieces is, okay, get that situated, get this situated. So once you have the positioning how you want it, and I think we might pull them all the way down actually. So then what I would do is I would take these two pieces because they need to be in a certain position at a certain length, certain orientation, all of that stuff. So I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape and I'm just going to secure it. I don't want to be gluing stuff on or making things permanent quite yet because of all of the moving pieces that are interacting with each other. I want to make sure that everything will be able to stay in the position that I want it to stay in. So yeah, we can even move this down. That'll make the, but like I said, our characters are quite dark, so maybe we should and then these fellas. Can leave them there and just use your discretion wherever you want to place this. Now I like to leave this to set, put something with a little bit of weight on it so it dries flat, and we'll be back to show you the end result. So it's the next day and I have this is dried, it's flattened, it's good to go. But I was thinking there's a little something that I would like to see if it could work, and that's like if I could put these reaching arms like from the earth. It would be really interesting, I think, because it's like all of the people want to interact with the extraterrestrial, I guess. So they're all reaching for it. So I think that really ties in this hand, which otherwise seems a little like out of the box. So if I put the other hands in there, it might sell that idea a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that. And there's the piece. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this collage, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!